Hello everybody, my name is Anthony, welcome back to Let's Play HOI4 as the Mongolian continent. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, right now we're doing the WWII, and then I think, does that declare war on, no, it's the next one. That'll declare war on the right guy down there. That's going to take another 70 days. So we have until about, well, it's February now, so February, March. About, you know, like a week or two into April for where we actually have to begin war with this guy down here. And we're not actually able to fabricate really any, mouse around. Not really able to fabricate any claims against anybody. Well, we need more political power. Right now we have -30, so it's going to be a little bit challenging to do anything like that. We've got our researches are all going. Diplomacy. Yeah, so that's done, what? Tomorrow? Okay, it's done 2 days. And, trade. I mean, everything I think is going pretty much A-okay. We can build more factories. So, you know what? Let's build some more civilian factories. I think maybe that's what we're lacking. So, actually, well, we'll push these two down to the bottom for now. Well, not to the bottom. We'll push them down to, like... yeah, we'll kind of have like that. I think that seemed fair enough. I do want to get my consumer goods to go down as well, which we're going to need to mobilize more in order to actually do that. And what did this actually do? Just a -100 political power. There might be an event, but... no, it doesn't really seem like it. Hades declared war on the Dominican Republic. Well, that's A-okay. Don't really care too much about that. But this guy down here somehow has like 20 brigades. I have no idea how. Like, we're only on 17. They do have a bigger army than we do, even though we can only see 5 troops on their border. So if we need to, we can deploy 5 more troops, which would be pretty okay. Are these the, no, these aren't the ones with artillery, sadly. And if I edit them, okay, I can edit them. Yeah, we'll just do it like that. We'll change that, so it's slightly different. That's the one with the artillery brigades in it. Yeah, let's deploy everybody basically on the front whenever they need to be ready to go. So do we have any of the artillery units already? Okay, we have 1, 2... so we have 3 of the artillery infantry. So those were slightly stronger infantry. It's at least good to know, you know, where they are in relative to everybody else. But we still need 4,000 rifles. And how many artillery? We only need 28 artillery, actually, so that'll be done in about a month. It's not too bad there, but still. How's the rest of the world? We'll just let the time take. We'll look at the rest of the world. So how's the United States doing? So I believe they're in a faction, you know, the Pacific States and the American Alliance. Apparently we're also just declared war on them. But the Combined Syndicates look like they're winning. The Union State looks like they're winning. And the United States decisively looks like they're not winning. But Mexico's decided to step in here. They have about 15 brigades, which isn't a lot, but you know, can America fight like a 3-front war? I guess it's kind of 2 fronts depending on how you look at this, but... can they fight a war that big? I don't think they can. Where's any of these? Which one's Mexico? You're Mexico. So yeah, we have about 320,000 men. So they're fighting 3 times more people, but they do have... not really 2 allies, but they do have these 2 guys. If anything, Mexico and the Combined Syndicate should team up, but they probably won't. So we'll see kind of how that all works out. How's the Soviet Union doing? Russia's definitely... actually, no, they're winning. They're winning on all fronts. I'm surprised that Russia can actually deal with the Soviets and the Kingdom of Finland. I thought they would have lost a little bit by now. And these 2 guys, Alesh and Turkestan, are still kind of fighting it out. Is there anybody else who's at war? I don't think so. I think that's basically everybody. But we'll just go to speed 5 for now, just so we can get closer to when we need to declare war on this guy. And are these guys, are they doing anything? Black Friday, Unknown Focus, is anybody, and isolationism might actually bring Germany and Britain to war? We shall see. Downfall, yeah, okay, I kind of figured that would happen, because we're at like -116 political power. And it said low stability would happen at -50, so... it was kind of to be expected. And is Portugal in Middle Europa now? They are. We can see that the Dutch have joined the Third Internationale. these three guys have formed the Axis, which I'm guessing is supposed to be called the Axis, because there's been like 5 patches so far, and they haven't changed this name. But Iran, or I guess, is it Persia or is it Iran in the mod? Okay, so it's Persia, Arabia, and Egypt have all basically decided to join forces to fight the Ottoman Empire and reclaim some territory here. So eventually, Kurdistan's going to form, and then I think these guys will attack them all at once. So can the Ottoman Empire deal with that? How many troops does the Ottoman Empire have? I think they have a decent army. Like, they do, I think, no, maybe not outnumber these 3 countries, but they are, it's very close. They actually might slightly outnumber the Ottomans. It's hard to say. And is Austria doing, public welfare reforms? Oh, that's probably why they are Social Democrats now. Okay. Well, that's A-okay. Everything that's happening over there. How close are we to actually getting this war started? We're about 20 or 18 days off, 17 days now. So about 2 more weeks. What's everybody else doing? Question of princely armies. I wonder, can India leave? Basically declare their independence from the rest of the Entente? I mean, I assume so. I'm assuming that's possible. And I know Spain at some point is going to have their own civil war as well. We'll see how that kind of goes. Victory in the Civil War, crisis, Civil War averted. I guess I can just avert it altogether. Political power. No, we can't lose. Why? I don't care. Like, we are national populists, so why would I care if that's being influenced at all? And I definitely can't lose more political power right now. It's definitely not in the cards. And apparently Mexico just has not advanced into the US at all. I mean, the CSA and the AUS have already kind of taken the entirety of the East Coast. I mean, now they're going to be fighting amongst each other. So if anything, it's going to be, yeah, now they're going to be fighting each other. Which is kind of bad for both of them, because then the United States can probably just steamroll them eventually. So that's done. We can't do any of these until we actually have won this war. So let's go with the, I think we need to modernize the army. Get a negative 10% discount on all rifles. Sounds pretty good to me. So you guys, we'll start the general advance. And we'll have our cavalry move in. These are mountaineering troops. Like, where are they going? I don't understand. So basically attack on all fronts. I think everybody should now actually be going. I'm assuming everybody moved because one new infantry was trained. So then they all decided they had to deploy somewhere else. Yeah, so let's have like one of each of these for now. We'll let these guys finish building, and then after that, we'll kind of move in. I mean, I think is there a river here? Of course there's a river between the countries. Because of course there would be. So I'll have one of these cavalry attack over here, so we can have them kind of flank. I just don't know where Red's entire army is. Because it's 159,000 manpower against more, basically. Even their lowest manpower is still higher than our maximum, so it's a little bit hard to say. I mean, we do have like 724,000 men in reserves. Why do they... Wait, they're coming from the same province. Why do they have 2 different arrows? That's very odd. I don't know why. Is nobody moving? Okay, how long till you actually get there? 6 days to walk over a river. I feel like that's a bit much if you ask me, but sure. We need this infantry. Yeah, you come down here. 58, 70. We're not winning a lot of these engagements. None of the battles have actually concluded yet, though, so we can't really tell for sure. But I still don't know. Look, 2 days? I don't know why it takes them so long to move over one province. And of course, their entire armies now, you know. How long is it going to take you to get there? 2 days? Now we kind of lost our timing because this guy's actually showed up here. I mean, he is a military police, so he just, like, he basically sucks, but still. So let's have this guy move over here. Yeah, so basically the entire border is more or less defended at this point. Yeah, so let's have him engage here until we can actually get one of these provinces free. Yeah, so this guy's actually about to collapse pretty soon. Second International. Okay, I'll look at that in a second. How can he be on the second if the third one's already happened? The first Syndicalist International, held in Purs, dealt with spreading the ideologies overseas, supporting syndicalism movements, and strengthening the ties between existing syndicalist nations. And thanks for the gathering success, the Second International has been called and held in London. But, like, the Third International's already happened. Has it not? Representatives from the entire world were greeted by a British artillery salute, a Scottish bagpipe chorus, and the overall warm reception as Europe rolls closer and closer to more military and economic cooperation between the syndicalists is expected to be the primary topic of discussion. France and Britain will once again call for the shots of International's policies. But they're the third. They're not the second. But you know, whatever, I guess it doesn't really matter. I wonder if the Soviet Union's going to win the Third International. I assume if they win the Civil War, they probably will. I know they can even form I think the Soviets by themselves can form the Fourth International, so... You know, we'll see what they all plan on doing. Okay, so they actually did win that engagement. You can actually stay here. Send the cavalry forward, just because, you know, they're faster. Send this guy up here to support so we can actually break these existing battles. Alright, just give everybody support. I know we're losing a lot of men here, but that's completely a-okay for the moment. Once again, we have manpower to spare. So we are winning the war, 1.7 thousand, losses of 700. So we're doing pretty okay. And what do we need to actually get them down to? Get them down to 20%, but I think they only really have one city. It's worth 1 victory point. Oh. So I think capturing that city won't actually matter too much. So I got superior firepower, and so what does this do for us again? The soft attack plus 20%. It's always pretty good. Organization plus 10 would also be useful, but I think we just need like support equipment. I don't think we need trucks at the moment. That's 1938 attack. That's a little bit too advanced for us at the moment. And let's get better artillery. Basically need to improve the troops that we already have, I think. Because we don't have a lot of factories, we can't really just pump out units. Mysore State declared war on the Princely Federation. That's a-okay. Isn't a Mysore State like a little tiny country? Oh no, so they declared independence from the Princely Federation. That's okay as well. Of course he moved in. As soon as I was ready to go. And these guys, did we lose more troops there? 1.99. Now we're still winning. You know, we still have more troops than they do, so I would consider that winning. Okay, you guys move over here. We did pocket this guy, so he should fall pretty soon. You know what? Apparently, a lot of people are still declaring war on the Princely Federation. That empire is breaking up. Yeah, it's like, how about you just all stop that? No, you know what? Stop attacking. I hate the AI. Just let that guy starve out. He can't get anything. You know, he'll just run out of supplies. He's stuck. Surrounded by Mongolian troops. He can't do much. I think there are probably too many troops up here as well. And I think these attacks really have just failed, so let's stop those. 6,000. I don't know. I think this one engagement brought it up just to be pretty much even. Hey guys, you could just keep advancing. I mean, they are going to take a... Well, they're not taking any attrition. There really shouldn't be supplies there, I think. Unless I have no idea how the game actually works, but... I thought I did. I thought I understood. But apparently not. Also, one of these infantry should... If we can get them to retreat... Can we get them to retreat that way? I think one of them is retreating, we just can't... 11 days to walk one province over. Oh no, I think he might just engage this guy. Yeah. That's not going to help anybody at all, is it? Okay, so we need to move this guy forward. Yeah, they're kind of filling in these gaps, sadly. I think this guy's gaining organization. Which doesn't even make sense, honestly. Like, he's encircled. No, he does have low supply, but this isn't really going down. So he has like a negative 50% penalty. So hopefully that'll be enough just to, let's have these guys just kind of deploy here. I don't think they need to, get involved in any of these battles. I think for the most part we should be relatively okay. Now, and that's the civil war in Spain started. Okay. So down here we got two little guys here. Yeah, so they both declared independence. I'm assuming the Princely Federation might even lose more men. But over here we got the Spanish Civil War with the Kingdom of Spain, Carlos Spain, and CNTFAI, which stands for something, but I can't remember. Which does exist. This was a real thing that happened. Well, the Spanish Civil War obviously happened, but so did CNTFAI, which I think was an anarchist group. Not too. I think George Orwell was in that group. Was he in that one? No, I think he was in a different one. It's fine though. I'm sure we're gonna pop up in a second, being like, "Hey, the Spanish Civil War happened." Yeah, there it is. The Spanish Civil War. Ever since the defeat of Napoleon, Spain has been plunged by violent dissent and turmoil. But it appears that these tensions have reached a breaking point. That is, the Spanish kingdom has been ripped apart by three sides of war between numerous factions: the loyalists to the Madrid government, the supporters of pretender Javier, and finally the anarcho-syndicalist party known as CNTFAI. These are numerous reports of volunteers and equipment being shipped from Spain from all over the world to support one faction or another. It can be safely said that the fields and mountains of Spain will be the first battlefield of a much wider conflict between the left and the right. Troublesome development. I would say so. You know, I would agree with that. How long is it going to take for you to retreat to that province? 7 days? But if you do that, we can cut these guys off from supplies. So I do want to get that done. So yeah, I'm assuming all these guys are getting, well, I thought they all would, but apparently not. Interesting. Okay. Apparently nobody's actually decided to send volunteers yet. Can I send volunteers to people? Oh, we can't because we're at war. Maybe after we're done this war, we might even send like a small detachment of troops over. You know, show Europe that the Mongolians are not worth the trouble of fighting because we are unstoppable. You guys really do not want to die, do they? They really don't want to die. But, you know, 17,000 losses for them is pretty good. What's their manpower reserves at? I mean, a lot less than what we have, but still quite significant to the point where we just can't, like, easily steamroll them. So I don't think they're going to run out of men anytime soon, sadly. If anything, you should actually head to this province. We're at 90%. This battle is almost won. Slowly but surely, these mountaineer troops, like, they're not actually even mountains, they're in a desert. So, the mountaineering troops, I don't think would actually do too much here. The fall of Washington, apparently no picture provided, but that's fine. The fall of Washington, cynically shows have advanced towards and captured the symbolic capital of the United States, Washington, D.C. They stormed the Capitol building and met strong resistance, but eventually they broke through, and the flag of the combined syndicates of America now flies over the U.S. Capitol. Rumors are that syndicalist militias have rounded up all the political representatives that they could find in the city to give them trial, although unconfirmed sources claim that the important government figures have been evacuated during the battle, with their current whereabouts unknown. Whoever controls Washington, D.C. controls America. At least once the fighting is over. So does that do anything for the United States? Are they more likely to break? Now that, like, how close is the United States to capitulating? Also, apparently they are still at war with Mexico, but they haven't done anything yet. So they're halfway to capitulate, but it needs 10% or less. How come Mexico hasn't done anything? Maybe they just don't want to cross the Rio Grande. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it at all, but still. They don't want to cross the big river. Yeah, no, you guys go here. But I do think that's going to be the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. My name is Anthony. If you enjoyed, my thumbs up. If you're not enjoying, please thumbs down. If you want to see more, subscribe. I'll give it a pause. and goodbye.